She is going to bite him tonight. Stories about the songs. Boy meets girl, girl is a vampire in a post-apocalyptic Los Angeles. This is for the heart of Charlotte. Stay tuned for the rest of the story.
Charlotte, the sun is setting. I'll wait for you by the church. The stars will soon be shining. I'm dying for your touch. And I know with one kiss I could win you. But I know one taste of me would mean forever. I'd fly or I'd die. So tonight I'll try to win the heart of Charlotte. Your golden hair falls on bare shoulders. I see you there from the road below. Wave to me, fair lady. I'm wondering, will that rusty bell in the tower where you're standing ever ring for you? And I know with one kiss I could win you. But I know one taste of me would mean forever. I'd fly or I'd die. So tonight I'll She says, oh, it's you again. Yes, it's me. And in a blink she leaned down there to stand in front of me. Well, I said, forever this time. She whispered, we'll soon see. The amusement in her eyes became a beautiful sadness. And time stays long as she opened those lips, and fangs went deep into my flesh. I know with one kiss I could win you. But I know one taste of me would mean forever. I'd fly or I'd die. So tonight I
When this song was written, I was living in Hollywood, I had a new girl at this time. I'd written a lot of music, produced a few albums out of that room in a hotel on Wilton, north of Hollywood Boulevard. I'm sure you can find it. This song, For the Heart of Charlotte, was kind of the other bookend of the album. I had this idea for an album that was more or less a concept album. The concept being a boy that grew up in survival mode in a post-apocalyptic Los Angeles. And every time he would make a friend, that friend wouldn't last very long. He wasn't a boy anymore in this one, probably mid to late 20s. And he's a bit pissed off that the vampires keep taking his friends. They just disappear, get carried off. These vampires have wings, so they'll swoop down after they see that he's got a new friend. They just take him away. The beginning of the album was a song that the girl who was with me at the time did not like at all, and it was called Another Day. The beginnings of this boy having trouble with the vampires. There's a line that says, "Sorry I bled upon your lawn. I bled from Melrose, but by Wilshire it was gone. Thought I'd leave for you a trail, and if you followed, then I could see you again." Because it'd be good to have a friend. That was Another Day. Another Day started the whole vampire saga, and then For the Heart of Charlotte kind of closed it out, at least that chapter, because the whole idea was that he finally figured out where the vampires were, who the head of the vampires was, and it was a girl who looked to be about his age. He'd gotten to know her for a few weeks. That tonight was going to be the night that she bites him. Another question that he always had burning in his mind was, why do the other vampires carry away his friends but don't bother him? They just didn't. His friends, when he had friends, would get carried off and, like I said, eaten, but they'd never bother him. So he had a suspicion, and everything would have to be answered that night, and that was For the Heart of Charlotte. So as we know, as you just heard, she bites him. There's that really big, dramatic, swirly section, and his eyes open, his wings expand, and he flies away. So I was in Hollywood at the time. I had released 2 different albums, the You Understood Part 2 and Part 3. I'd had a band performing both of those albums around the Los Angeles area. Also as a solo performer, so there were a lot of those shows. I had a residency in Glendale for a while, and it was some good times. But I wanted to do something harder. The band had dispersed, and I was writing some new songs. And when I had all of the songs done, I had my brother Jeff, who is an amazing drummer, do the drums on it. So he came up with the parts, took about a month or so. Then I brought him down to Los Angeles, and then we drove down to San Diego, where I had rented a studio and rented a drum set, and all night we recorded all of the drums. That's For the Heart of Charlotte. Hope you enjoyed it.